Hi, I'm Laura from Front Office Rocks. If you don't know already, maybe you just started subscribing to my channel, but I am the founder of Front Office Rocks. And in this YouTube channel, on this channel with these videos, I want to address real questions that dentists have, office managers have, team members have. And I'm handling them with comments, questions you send my way, things that come on social media, and things that happen with our clients and live events. So I have done some videos on answering phones and dealing with office managers that maybe don't listen. I mean, there's lots of content here. But what I want to talk about in this video is the importance of training well, especially in a dental office. So my background isn't dental. I was in business, HR, recruiting, sales, and I kind of got thrown into the dental office. Now, I had to figure it out on my own, but we had hired another employee who had dental experience. And so she was our dental assistant, but cross-trained. And I remember those first few days of her teaching me dentistry and the doctor teaching me dentistry, and also learning the practice management software and the codes and the procedures and just being completely overwhelmed. Since then, I've spent a ton of time in dental offices watching training and how offices typically do it. And what I find that typically the dental office, the way it works is, especially, sorry, I have a hair in my face. There you go, YouTube videos, only you got to see that. What I have found is typically in most offices, especially in the front, a lot of times in the back too, but especially in the front. Here, you're brand new. You sit here, here are the phones, here are the codes that we do, here's the insurances we belong to, here's the practice management software, go. So now I'm answering phones, I'm doing whatever it is, and then somebody else walks by in the team who says, oh, no, you're not doing that right. You don't answer the question that way, and you don't put the appointment in here, you put it in there. So now I've been told two different things. Then you have somebody else who sits down next to you and says, just watch me, I'll do it. So now I'm watching this person do it. Nobody's actually talked to me about why things are done. Nobody's actually taken me through the steps. Everybody does it a little differently. Think back to when you started. Training in the dental office is complete chaos in most cases. It's not effective. It's not focused on adult learning. We're not helping our new hires become good at certain tasks. We're throwing everything at them. Think about it. Remember? Practice management software, codes, fees, how do we talk to patients, how do we answer the phone? Like, it is chaos. Now, I don't know the actual facts. I can find it for you if you have a question, but there's statistics out there that show most people know in the first week of a job if they're going to stay somewhere long term. So if I think back to my first week in a dental office, and probably a lot of the employees when I first started, before I started training correctly, they probably aren't in dental anymore because it was complete chaos, and they didn't do well at their jobs. We overwhelmed them. On top of that, there's drills and needles and smells, and we're speaking a different language. We're talking codes and procedures, and patients are coming in refusing to pay and telling us they hate being there. So it's not a great job your first week. Now, I've heard more recently that millennials decide after the first day if they're gonna stay somewhere long-term or not. So think about this. These brand new employees are going home looking for their next job before you've even gotten them on day 2. So I just wanna make sure that I'm emphasizing to you guys, if you're watching this, that the hiring process is important, right? And I'll do those in other videos. I'm working on a book for that, articles and all of that. But the training part is even more important, because once you find a rock star employee, once you find somebody that is a keeper, that has the right personality, that you can train, now you've got to focus on training them correctly. And there's a bunch of variations in that. It's, having the right systems in place, having the right people doing the training. Just because your employees are good at a task doesn't make them a good trainer. So you want to make sure you have the right people training. You have to understand adult learning. Adult learning is not like children. It's not memorization, sit down and take a test. It needs to be interactive. They need to practice. They need to prove that they can do it. It needs to be interesting and not boring. And then think about the environment it's in. Are you exclusively putting training as a focus with these new employees at the beginning? most of the time the new employees are just thrown into the chaos and we're hoping they learn. And then a doctor comes to me later and they're upset because somebody's been on the job for 2 months and they can't do anything. Well, that's because we didn't really train them well. We just kind of threw them to the wolves and we didn't allow them to be proficient in something. People want to contribute. And if they're working somewhere and a lot of people are telling them what to do and half the people are telling them they're doing it wrong and there's 46,000 things they have to do, they're never going to get good at 1 or 2 things and prove to themselves they can do it, prove to you they can do it, and then take on more. So make sure, I mean, we have help at Front Office Rocks. We have outlines, we have check sheets, we have the videos. But even if you don't use Front Office Rocks, before you make that next hire, think through this. Who's going to train them? You know, what's their first day going to look like? What are they expected to learn by when? How are we going to teach them? How are we going to evaluate them? And then how are we going to make sure we're giving them feedback so that they can continually improve? Because there are a lot of offices that people just do things because that's the way they've been shown. And that makes them not effective, not efficient, and an office that's not going to be able to grow. So if you want to grow and improve and bring on new employees that can be effective in your team, then you want to look at your hiring process. You want to make sure that you have the right systems, training, and everything involved in it. So if you want to know more from Front Office Rocks, please put information here, reach out to my team, schedule a demo. If you have great suggestions, I would love to have comments down below, like, you know, what do you do the first day or week to train your team? I can tell you what we recommend at Front Office Rocks, and I could tell you what I've done, which I'd love to do that. But what are your things that you do successfully, or what specific questions do you have? What do you want to know from me about training? My focus is on hiring because I'm writing a hiring book, but what do you want to know about training? Like, what part of this do you want me to break this down? Because I want to be a resource for you and help. And like I said, we have videos and training on Front Office Rocks, but what questions do you have? Where are you confused? And let me see if I can help. So subscribe if you haven't already, set notifications so you know when I put a new video out, and ask questions here, topics that you'd like to address. And as I make new videos, I will put them there. Make sure you also, or put them here on YouTube, make sure you also follow us on the other social media platforms because I write new articles all the time. I just wrote an article about building a dream team. I have a ton of articles on training already, and I want to make sure that my team gets those to you. So thank you for joining me at another YouTube exclusive video. I want this to go viral. I mean, dentally viral, whatever that means. So please share, this channel with other people. Please make comments. Please let me know what you want to talk about. It's kind of boring to stand here by myself unless I know somebody's watching and getting something out of this. So please interact with me and let me know. And until next time, I'm Laura from Front Office Rocks.